How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Saints Fab and welcome to a very, very cold workshop. It is the middle of the winter and that's the time of year that my Caddy decided that the washer jets are going to no longer work. So we need to diagnose the problem and we need to get it sorted. Let's go. Now it seems pretty obvious, but the first thing you're going to do is pull the washer lever. I'm pulling it and I get absolutely no noise at all. Now, if I had a motor noise, it could say two things. It could say that the pump internally is broken, or it's just out of fluid. So you'd check those things first. But what I've got is absolutely nothing, which tells me it's either a complete failure of the pump or an electrical problem. The electricals are easiest, so let's check them first. Okay, so we're down at the fuse box, and on my particular van, on my very, very low spec van, you can tell it's low spec, but it's got no fuses for any auxiliary kit. But this one here is fuse 50, and that is my washer jet. And if I show you that focus is fine. So let's go to the pump. Now the pump is behind the driver's side front wheel arch in this area here below the headlight. I want to do this without removing the bumper because that will suck. So let's see if we can do it without. First thing you obviously got to do is jack up your car. If you need help jacking up your car, then maybe this repair isn't for you. Take your car to a workshop. That's yeah. Also, it will help you to get as high as you can because you'll want to be under here. Let's take this off. This is with Torx. Take the wheel arch liner out and get access to underneath. There you go. Look, this bolt and this bolt are the ones that I removed, and then I've used a couple of zip ties to hold this back out of the way so I can get access to the front. Proper easy. Okay, so the angle is a little bit weird, but this is the sacrifice that you make for not taking the bumper off, and I'd still say it's worth it. Now, the next step of this for me is I have unplugged the wiper motor, and I'm going to plug in another motor to the cable and see if the motor runs. So I've only got one hand. Let me do it on the other one. One sec. Right, that's the new pump plugged into the original cabling. Let's pull the lever and see if I can hear the noise. Excellent. Hopefully that worked for you too. If it didn't, I'll be honest, it's more likely that you have an electrical problem and this isn't the video for you. You might need professional or electrician help with that. Anyway, it does for me, which means I know that the pump was at fault, so we need to get the old pump out and the new pump in. The reservoir is full of water, so we need to drain it first. So draining this tank is either going to be really easy or it's going to really suck. The motor here is push fit and it pushes down towards the floor. So the easiest way to do that is to pull it upwards, and then the water will come out of the hole where the pump goes in. Now, I've got a jug down here and it's probably not going to be big enough, so I'm more going to have to do it in more than one shot. But I'm going to pull that pump out and then probably get very wet. How on earth am I going to show you this? Like this? All right, let's see and have a go. There we go. Can you see it? I lifted the pump out enough to be able to get this under, and then this is filling up here and also going all over the floor. That's just great. Give me a sec, I'll sort this out. God damn it, I am flipping soaked. Or just use your oil trainer, you flipping weapon, Sains. So the next thing I'm going to struggle to show you because of rubbish camera angles is the hose connection. Now look at this white thing here. Come on camera, focus. That is the connection that goes to the washer jets. Now if I can do this one-handed, you get a screwdriver and you push up on these black bits on either side. The metal clip will come off the top and then the white bit will come off the pump. I can't do this one-handed. I'll do it the other way. Hold on. All right, let's see if you can see this. Let's get in there, push on that. Go on, out you go. That's pushed up, and then that just comes out like that. Easy. Now, while we're here, let's get the new one on. So we shall close this by squeezing it. Let me show you that. Close that. Get the new pump and push this one onto that clip and squeeze it until it clicks. Go on. No, go on, you prick. There we go. Right, that's on there, and the little black U clip is all good over the top. Now, seals. The seal is currently in the bottom of the bottle, and it is missing off the top of here. So that means that this seal needs to come off. And I shall use the original seal. Let's turn this the right way up and put that in the hole here. In you go. Right, there we go. That is pushed in. I'll bring you around here so you can see that. That is now there. And then we'll put the pump clip on the top. That's on there. And this repair is done. Let's put some water in it and test it. All right, that'll be enough for test. Let's press the button. Fire in the hole. There it is. Chicken dinners. Talk your wheel nuts, people. Even though it's obvious, we do this every time. 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you always check it twice, you know you've always checked it twice, and that you will keep for the rest of your life. And that's another Caddy video done. I'm sure there'll be more in the future, because I'm sure this thing will be very tempted to break again in the near future. Now, it did go really easily, and I'm glad we didn't have to pull the bumper off. It can be done. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You just need to sort out the access. Thank you very much for watching this video. There'll be more Caddy stuff coming for absolute sure. Check out my other stuff, and we'll see you on the other side. Thanks very much. Cheers.